my experience here at the ethanol plant has been really great. Taking the tour of the ethanol plant and understanding how it's made and the renewable side of things, the way it creates jobs, what it's done for the local community, and how clean it burns. I just couldn't find anything wrong with the process or what you guys are doing here. It just seems like a really good thing.
I think what's better about it than gas is, especially for air-cooled motorcycle, is it burns much cooler. It's got a lower flash point, and it burns much cleaner. It's strictly and purely about education and about understanding it. From a practicality standpoint, an air-cooled bike runs a lot cooler on ethanol, and I would say it runs as good as gas as far as the way it functions. Maybe a little better. I would say that the motorcyclists as a whole are deathly afraid of ethanol. They think it's going to eat their entire motorcycle in most cases. Matter of fact, I think people shy away from even running 10%. I think there are issues with fuel today, but I don't believe that it's the ethanol component. The bottom line is you don't want ethanol sitting in your carburetor unrunning for a long period of time. Then again, you don't want gasoline sitting in your carburetor not running for a long period of time. So as long as you're taking care of it from that standpoint, everything else is very simple. And to switch back, if you want to run regular pump gas, you just change the jets and you retard the timing a little bit and you got your bike back. It's not like you got to change a motor out. There's very little to no expense to go one way or the other. I've had people here today who are in the ethanol world, and I've been educating them. So how much more do people need to be educated that are not in that industry and have misnomers about it? I wanted a bike that looked more high performance because I wanted the overall visual to speak of the high functioning nature of ethanol. Not only is there nothing bad about it, but every attribute of it is good. It's really simple. If you have a carburetor, you have to bring the jets up by 30%, and you have to advance the timing by like 30% as well, and that's all it takes. The biggest questions are like, oh, do you need a special motor? I would have probably asked the same question before this project, to be honest with you, because I would assume it was like a monumental thing. So after you tell them you just increase the size of the jets and advance the timing a little bit, and you could pour that stuff in and run it down the road, I think people were taken back by that. If you kind of back it up and you know we're making it here and not overseas in some other country, to me that's huge. Think about when you're buying it, you're supporting us. The fact that these ethanol plants are supporting a lot of ex-military, I feel like that's huge as well.
The people who benefit the most are the corn growers, the farmers that get to sell the corn here locally, and it's consumable and renewable. So that's a beautiful thing.
In the end, we unveiled it back at the plant, and I drove the bike through, and I think that there's a relationship to be had here for years to come.